excellent point. Todd Stottlemyre, pitching for the D-backs, injures his arm on the last pitch of the first inning. Todd would have to leave the game with inflammation in his elbow. Mike Morgan took over. Bottom of the first, the D-backs take over. Pedro Estacio to Tony Womack. Leadoff hitter, single to right. Next batter, Jay Bell, singles to left. We have a theme. Next batter, Luis Gonzalez, RBI single to right, and just like that, game tied at 1. Oh, we're not done. Arubio Durazo off the end of his bat, and that's not coming back. 3-run smack, his 7th of the year, and just like that, the D-backs up 4-1. Who needs Matt Williams? Bases loaded, 2 outs, same score. Tony Womack rips this one to center field. Damian Miller and Craig Counsell score. D-backs score 6 in the first, and they go on to win by the final of 8-3. Arizona's leading the West back to 2 games as they win for the 19th time in their last 25 home games. Jay Bell and Luis Gonzalez each went 3 for 5 with 2 runs. Estacio allowed 7 runs over 3 innings to lose his 3rd straight start. Dodgers and Cards at Busch. Mark McGwire chewing gum. He did not play. Bottom first, Kevin Brown to Jim Edmonds, and you were looking at Edmonds' 85th strikeout this season. He's on pace for 186. Bottom 5, game tied at 1. Edmonds, though, gets wood on this one, but Eric Carroll says so. Great diving grab and steps on first. He saved at least 2 runs. Top 6, Rick Ankiel matching what Kevin Brown was doing. Facing Gary Sheffield. Ankiel, the precocious youngster. The big curve. Rick with 7 innings and struck out 3. Bottom 9, pinch hitter Larry Sutton in a 1-1 game. He had been recalled earlier after being sent down Saturday, but he actually never left. Goes off Mark Gruzelanek's glove. Edgar Renteria comes in. It's ruled a single for Sutton, and the Cards sweep with the 9th inning heroics, 2-1. Thank goodness for cell phones. Sutton was optioned to AAA Memphis Saturday. He had already unplugged the phone in his apartment, but got 7 messages on his cell phone voicemail saying, don't go anywhere. So instead of driving down to Tennessee Sunday, he gets the game-winning hit. By the way, he's now 4 for 9 as a pinch hitter with 3 RBI.
To Houston for the Astros and Giants. Former Oilers coach Bum Phillips there, although he's probably introduced as Wade's father now. It's Felipe Crespo facing Chris Holt. Russ Ortiz and Marvin Bernard score. Giants up 2-0. Bottom of the 6th, Giants up 4-2, bases loaded. And Ortiz trying to get out of a jam. He takes matters into his own hands. That's Darryl Ward. That's Chris Truby. And that's Tony Eusebio. Ortiz struck out 12, a career high. Bottom 9, Astros down 2 on 2 outs. Jeff Bagwell against Rob Nen. Rich Aurelia, great grab, great throw. JT Snow at the receiving end, and the Giants win this one by the count of 4-2. They're not very good, but they are consistent.
It's bottom 4. Padres up 4-0. Brian Tolberg to Sean Casey. And Casey to first, but Ryan Klesko, looky here. Nice catch. Bottom 8, Barry Larkin coming off a 5-hit performance Saturday. Lines 1 to Phil Nevin says no hit. Take another look. Phil Nevin using every inch possible to grab it. Bottom 9, Padres up 5-4. Tolberg looking on. Trevor Hoffman dealing to Dimitri Young, and he chased one. Hoffman picks up save 19 as the Padres win at 5-4. Cincy now finds themselves 8.5 games play. He's got a bum ankle from Saturday. Top of the 2nd, scoreless, Jim Brewer. And look at Tony Clark. Right to Robbie Alomar, and Alomar, unbelievable play, double play. Top of the 6th, still scoreless. Brewer gets Damian Easley. Brewer had 4 Ks. Top 7 scoreless, Davy Cruz between 1st and 2nd. But Robbie Alomar again, worthy of the highlight. Jump toss, style points. Bottom 8, game tied at 1. Enrique Wilson had 1 home run coming into this game, and it was inside the Parker. This one he can run a little less quickly. Just a casual stroll around the base pass at Jake. Indians go on to win 2-1. As for Juan Gahn, when he saw reporters after the game, he simply said, see you tomorrow. Now, the Yankees wouldn't comment on whether or not their 72-hour window to make the deal for Juan had been extended or expired. The Tigers, by the way, have now scored 2 runs or less in 32 of 71 games this season.
2-minute board, facing Andy Pettit. Maglio Ordonez will triple into right center field, into right field corner. Tony Graffinino and Frank Thomas score 2-0 White Sox. And another tough start for Joe Torre. Frustration started to boil over for Paul O'Neill. Mike Sorotka with a good pitch. O'Neill chases. He's not done. And he's got something he wants to talk to Terry Kraft about. Paul's version of George Brett and the Pine Tar, and he gets tossed. Ordonez off Allen Watson. It's deep, and it's not playable. Sox rolling 8-1. Ordonez 16th home run of the season, 4 RBIs. Top 9 Yankees cut the lead to 8-4. 2-1 for Ricky Leday. Pinch hit home run off Keith Folk. Yanks down 8-7. Leday's got 7 homers. Next batter, Jose Vizcaíno. Bob Howery comes in, and he gets him. White Sox hold on to win this one by the count of 8-7. The White Sox are now a combined 15-7 against the Yankees and Indians this season. 6 of Ordonez's 16 home runs this season have come at the expense of Yankee pitching. He's also batting a crisp .366 against New York. Toronto, it's Boston, it's Pedro. Red Sox trying to avoid the sweep. Shannon Stewart, first batter of the game for the Blue Jays. His 10th on the year, 2-1 Red Sox. Bottom 7, it's 5-3 Red Sox. A man aboard for Carlos Delgado. Both gone. 27th on the year, which leads the American League, and suddenly we're knotted at 5. Delgado would get a curtain call on his birthday. Meanwhile, for Pedro, just plain curtains. Taken out of the game. Bottom 10, tied at 5. Red Sox, a little strategy. Jimmy Williams calls in Carl Everett, an extra infielder. 5 infielders, 3 on the left, 2 on the right. Homer Bush at the plate, and it works. Wilton Veras, Scott Hatterberg gets Jose Cruz Jr. at the plate. Jimmy Williams is proud of himself. Red Sox will get out of the inning. Bottom 13. Nobody on, 2 outs. Chris Woodward, the fly to center. Curtis Pride. Carl Everett, go for it. Everett charged with a 3-base error. Woodward would end up at third. Next batter, Tony Batista. Ball game. Blue Jays pick up the victory and win it by the final of 6-5. This is the first time since September of '98. The 2-1 no score. Mike Hampton. Brian Giles down. Hampton. John Vanderwall looking. Hampton pitched a complete game, gave up 5 hits, 9 K. My mom and Ed all broke, Dad. Bottom 7, 1 out, 2-men aboard. Chris Benson against Derek Bell, base knock. Joe McEwing, Melvin Morris score, opened up the floodgates. Mets score 5 in the 7th. Yeah, we got a new one. All is well. We got a Ron Swoboda bobblehead dawn, I think is what he got there. Mets outscored Pittsburgh 31-10 over the weekend. Hampton is not allowed a run to the Pirates in 17+ innings. The shutout is his first as a Met. The win was his first in a month. To Atlanta, the Braves and Brewers, great pitchers, great pitching, but not by them. Kevin Millwood looking good. Just ask Marquise Grissom. 13 Ks over 7 2/3. Grissom came calling again. Giveth and taketh away. Gone. 2-run homer. That's in the top of the 8th. To tie the game at 4, Grissom's 7th. John Rocker in relief, facing Jeremy Burnitz with a runner at second, 2 outs. And he freezes him. Good bender. Bottom of the 9th, tied at 4. Curtis Laskanik walks the bases loaded, and it's Chipper Jones. And no, I will not call that a walk-off walk.
Thank you.
It's just the end of the game. Walt Weiss comes in. 5-4 the final in this one. This is Rocker's first win since last August. And he's not paid to win, he's paid to save. When asked by reporters to talk after the game, Rocker replied, "No means no."
Facing Derek Lee. Ruben did not think this was funny. Tied at 5, you're looking at the longest home run by a Marlin, a pro player. 482 feet. The Fish go up 7-5. Check this out in the 8th. Glenn Allen Hill taking his time getting back into the box, upset about a called strike 2. Eric Cooper says, "Give it in." Hill runs in and says, "Okay," and sends this one to right. He knocks in a run, scoring Brant Brown. The Cubs would later tie the score at 7. Glenn Allen Hill, an opportunist. Bottom 10, Felix Heredia in to face pinch hitter Cliff Floyd, and Cliff Floyd just mauls him. Deep to right and a solo home run to win the game. A walk. Nah, it's just a home run. His 14th of the year, Marlins win 8-7 as the Fish complete the first sweep of Chicago in 3 years. They're now at 500, the latest they've been even since they won the '97 World Series. Derek Lee has 3 homers now in the past 2 games.
Terry Francona watching. Scott Rowland.
Back at Johnson.
That'd be the 1-4-3 double play. Mike Johnson starting it. Paul Bird facing Jose Vidro. He's got 12 home runs on the year. Expos up 1-0. Bottom 8, 2-1 Expos. 1 out. Nobody on. Vlad Guerrero against Jeff Brantley. That is just a great piece of hitting. 21 home runs on the year, and that's how the drama would end in Montreal. 3-1 your final. The win allowed the Expos to avoid the weekend sweep. Vidro is the first National Leaguer to reach 100 hits. He has already tied his career high in homers with 12. Guerrero went 2 for 3. His average is now .365. Mike Johnson goes 7 strong, earning his 3rd win.
Twins and Angels, 2 out, tied at 6 in the 11th, and Darren Erstedt said, "I'm tired and I want to go home." His 2nd home run of the game ends it, his 16th of the year, as the Angels win it by...
The A's haven't had a player voted in since. That drought should end this year with first baseman Jason Giambi, who leads Cleveland's Jim Thome by more than 95,000 votes with 1 week remaining. Giambi and the A's were on display in the Coliseum Sunday against those pesky Royals. 3-1 A's, bottom 3, Jeff Supan against Randy Velarde. Great stop by Joe Randa. Gets his man. Top 6, Mark Mulder facing Carlos Beltran. The whiff. Mulder went 7 strong, 4 Ks. Top 8, 4-2 A's. Mark Quinn up, 1 on, 2 outs. Quinn past Eric Chavez. Mike Sweeney scores Royals down for 3. Still in the 8th, Jason Isringhausen in facing Greg Zahn. Bases loaded, and it's always nice when you have Miguel Tejada. Great grab. Saves a couple of runs. Jermaine Dye off Isringhausen. Tejada again. That ends the game with a force out. Tejada finished with 2 RBIs. Some great defense. Giambi had a couple of hits. With the win, the A's improved to 17-4 in June and have won 8 straight series. Mulder has won his last 3 decisions. Isringhausen has 18 saves in 21 opportunities. To Seattle for the M's and the O's. Harold Baines, who's as old as I am, against Paul Abbott. He may be older than I am. It's deep, and it's gone. 6th on the season, O's up 1-0 in the 3rd. Sidney Ponson with a good outing, and it's always nice to have a little support from your friends. A-Rod, Brady Anderson on the run. The O's still up 1-0. Bottom 7, O's still up 1-0. More defense. David Bell. Soft liner. Here comes Brady. Ponson went 7 innings, 5 Ks, 3 hits, but his bullpen would fail him. In the 8th, bases loaded, Tom Lampkin, and even Brady Anderson can't bring this one back. Lampkin's 7th home run of the year, 1st career grand slam as he takes Mike Timlin deep. M's win it by the final of 4-2. The O's have dropped 9 in a row. Top 6 tied at 1, bases loaded. Jose Guillen against Kenny Rogers. It's gone. 7th home run this year, 2nd career grand slam, 5-1 Devil Rays. Bottom 6, Rangers down 5-2. Gabe Kapler up. 2-minute board facing Albi Lopez. Quentin McCracken's got a beat on it and can't come up with it. David Martinez scores. Mike Lamb scores. Double for Kapler, 5-4 Devil Rays. Still in the bottom of the 6th. Now tied at 5-2 on for the sweetest swing in the game. Rafael Palmeiro. Effortless. Double. Rangers. Lead. Rangers. Victory. Palmeiro 2 for 5. 3 RBIs. Rangers win for just the 4th time in 17 games. Gritty, gutty Rusty Greer set a Texas record by recording his 8th straight multi-hit game. Pudge Rodriguez 0 for 4, ending a 27-game hitting streak he had against